Hi Year 3, happy Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's lesson. Today we're learning about making a whole, okay? So first things first, I just want you to recap on vocabulary, okay? So if whether you're in school doing this or whether you're at home doing this, I'd like you to pause the video now and I'd like you to tell your partner or tell somebody in your family or just say it aloud what a denominator is, what a numerator is, what a unit fraction is, and what a non-unit fraction is. Okay, so I want you to pause the video here now and I want you to answer that. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Off you go. Okay, so I hope you told your partner or told somebody in your family or just told yourself that the denominator is what the fraction is out of, so how many parts there are altogether. The numerator is how many you have of that part, so it might be 4 bits of chocolate. A unit fraction is when you have 1/10, 1/5, 1/4, only one amount out of the so maybe one bit of your chocolate bar, okay? And a non-unit fraction is when you have a fraction that is greater than 1. So it could be 2/10, could be 6/10, okay? So that's a quick recap, and now let's get back to the lesson today. So we are learning to make a whole. So if I had 4/9, how many more ninths do I need to make 1? Okay, so if we have a look at our cube here, we have 4 coloured cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how many more do we need to make 9? So we know 4 add something is going to make 1 whole. And if we know our maths, 4 add 5 makes 9. So 4/9 plus 5/9 is going to make 1 whole. Okay, so we have a look at a cube here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And our whole cube is now full. It's complete. Okay, so with this cube, what other fractions can we make? So if we have one little bit coloured, that's 1/9. How many more do we need to get to a whole? Okay, to 9/9 to 1 whole. We're going to have 1/9 plus 8/9. That's going to make 1 whole. So 1/9 and 8/9 make 1 whole. Okay, so if we're on 2/9 and something, that's going to make 1. So if we're on 2, how many more do we need to get to 9? Yep, that's right, 7. Okay, so 2/9 and 7/9 make 1. And we can prove we're right by counting how many we have here. So there's 2 that are coloured in light blue. How many are coloured in purple? 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, are there any other ways to make 1? Okay, 1 whole out of are there any other ways to make 1 whole? So if we have a look here, we've got 3 of our 9 cubes coloured. So if we're on 3 out of the 9 cubes, how many are purple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3/9 and 6/9 is going to make 1 complete whole. Okay, and then I thought we could try and maybe find some more. So how many red cubes have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we've got the 4/9, haven't we? So why don't we try the blue? We can do the inverse and try the blue cube. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 5/9. And then how many more do we need to make 1 whole? We know 5 add 4 is going to make 9. So 5/9 and 4/9 will make 1 whole. We can prove that because we've got our cube to show we are correct. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. How about over here then? We before we had 2 light blue coloured in. Okay, so now if we have 7 blue coloured in, we know 7/9 and 2/9 is also going to make 1 whole. So you can have 2/9 and 7/9, but you can also have 7/9 and 2/9. Okay? So moving to our next slide, our guided practice. 1/3 and something make one whole. So we have our bar model here to help us. So we know if we have 1/3 coloured in, if we have 2 more of those thirds, we're going to make one whole. Okay, and I can prove that by colouring it in. Okay, there's 1, just roughly coloured, and there's 2. Okay, so now they haven't given us the first one. We need to work it out how many we need to make one. So the first things first that we need to work out our denominator. How many parts do we have here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 2 of our parts of our 5 coloured in. So if 2 parts are coloured in, how many more do we need to make one whole? So 1, 2, 3. It's really important for me to show you it with the bar model so you can see it and it can make more sense to you. Okay? So 2/5 and 3/5 make one whole. We know that because there's one whole there. How about our purple one then? We've got, what's our denominator first of all? So how many parts have we got all together? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So our denominator is going to be out of 7 because we've got 7 parts. We know that 3 of those parts are coloured in. So 3 add something makes 7. So it'll be 3/7 plus 4/7 make one whole. Okay? And our last one, I'm going to use my pencil here to help me make sure I count accurately. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So my denominator is going to be out of 11. Okay, and how many of our 11 are coloured in? 2, 4. Okay, so that must mean 4 plus something makes 11. We know 4 add 6 makes 10, so that's our number bond. So plus 1 more is going to make 11. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7. We can check we are correct. So that's one way to show it. Another way to show it is in our lovely part whole models that we know and love very, very well. Okay, so if we have a look down here, our total up here is 4/5. Okay, so we need to make 4/5. So 2/5 and 2/5 makes 4/5. Okay, if we have a look over here, again, we're not making a whole this time. We need to make 4/5 because this is our total. Like we have in our part whole model all the time, our total is at the top. Okay, so 1/5 adds something is going to make 4/5. Okay, that's going to be, how many more do we need to make 4? That's right, it's going to be 3/5. Okay, and then we have what we need to make 5/7 now. So if we're on 1/7, how many more do we need to make 5? Yep, that's right, 4/7. Okay, and if we're on 5/7 up here, how many more do we need to make? Okay, that we will need to make another 2/7. And the last one, 2/9 and 3/9. How many ninths does that make altogether? Yep, that's right, it's going to make 5/9. Okay, if you want a challenge from here, you can now tell me how many more we need to make a whole. So if we're on 5/9 here, how many more do I need to make a whole? Well, we would know we'd need 4 more ninths to make one whole. Okay, so if you want a challenge, you can work out for these part whole models how many more you need to make a whole. Okay, so I would like you to crack on with the activities for today. If you need any help, then please send me an email. Okay, and good luck.